Hi guys, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. It depends on where you are at this time of the day. I greet you according to your time and location. My name is Nancy. You're welcome to my channel. I film about faith, relationship, lifestyle, and every other good stuff. I film from Abuja, Nigeria. If you're new here, hey hi, what have you been waiting for? Anyways, welcome back to the family. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much guys. I really appreciate. Thank you for always sticking around with me. Thank you for the support thus far. Thank you for the massive support in 2021 and now we're in 2022. Thank you in advance for the great support and massive support you're going to give to me on this channel. All right guys, so this is just to wish us a happy new year. You're welcome to 2022. I'm officially welcoming you to 2022. You're welcome to our year of great harvest, maximum impact. All right, so I do not intend to make a very long video today. I just want to just wish all of us a happy new year, and I've actually made a couple of videos that I've been trying to upload for us to see. All right, I created some content, but for no reason it has refused to go up. Like the video has refused to go up. I don't know why, but I'm still trying to put it up. Okay, so I'm sure it will go up soon. So for today, I'm just waiting us. Yes, and I just want to drop one or two things with us today. First off, I want to say that whatever it is that we've written down, there were some persons had some carryover plans, some carryover goals from 2021. We had some things we planned and we couldn't meet up with those things, and some persons actually gave up on the year even before the year ended, so they couldn't achieve some of those things. In order to avoid those things reoccurring again, in order to avoid having a carryover plan, a carryover goal, I think the best time to have actually started on your plans for the year was yesterday, and the second best time is now. There's no need to procrastinate. There's no need to wait for a convenient and comfortable time. Trust me, there's not going to be a convenient and comfortable time. The best time to start, the best time you have again is now. Start now. Start working on those goals. Start working on those your plans for this year, so that you can achieve them before the year ends. If you can crush your goals before now and in the first quarter or second quarter of the year, fine, create another goal for yourself. So do not waste any time at all. Time is money. Time is precious. Do not waste time. All right, so another thing again I want to say is this: do not focus on your weakness for this year. Focus on your strength. Forget about those things that are not working and focus on the ones that are not working. Draw strength from those things that are working actually. Do not focus. If you focus more on your weakness, you keep getting weak, you keep getting discouraged to forge ahead, you keep getting, you just feel reluctant to do some certain things. But if you focus on your strengths and draw inspiration from those aspects of life that is working, trust me, you're going to go far. Do not focus on your weakness, focus on your strength. And I think we should quit complaining. Some persons just complain and complain and complain. People don't really like dwelling or staying around complainants. Like when people complain too much, they tend to drive people away from them, because once they see you coming or they see you calling, they feel like, I already know she want to complain again. She want to complain again. So let's quit complaining. There's this friend of mine, this particular person. I don't want to say whether male or female, but this particular friend of mine, she hardly have cash. Like she's hardly rich, not really rich, she hardly have money with her. Any little thing, I'm broke, I don't even have 1 naira, I don't have 1 naira in my account. You keep confessing a negative into your life. The tongue, they say, is the smallest organ in the body, but very, very powerful, very mighty. All right, so let's stop complaining. The more he or she complains, or this particular friend of mine, the more this person complains, the more this person keep getting broke. Like, you can never, this person will never tell you that I have money to do this, I have money to do that. Every time I'm broke, I'm broke, I'm broke, and that I'm broke has come to stay until she start confessing positivity. Like she start confessing the other way around. All right, let's learn to confess positivity and stop focusing on the other aspect of it. And then again, another thing that will help you, if you know this, you know peace. Like, you have to know this and know peace. Know that nobody owes you anything. Like for this year, nobody owes me anything. If God brings anybody, any destiny helper my way to help me, fine. But if not, nobody owes you anything. Do not, fight people for not helping you. Do not, yes, I know there are sometimes the human nature in us tends to, we can't take that away from human actually, but do not focus on people helping you. Focus on God. Human can disappoint, but God will never disappoint you, no matter how long it takes. Sometimes it looks like God is not even doing anything. That's when He's even doing more. Sometimes it looks like God is affecting us. Yes, it is. It's okay to feel depressed once in a while. It's okay to feel down once in a while, but do not allow that particular phase of life to dwell too long. As fast as you can, brush it out and get up and get to work. So do not focus on people helping you, because they, trust me, when human being disappointed, especially somebody you're looking up to help you, and this person disappoints you, it hits so bad, like that you now find it very difficult to stand up to your feet again. So just know that nobody owes you anything. If anybody is rendering you a helping hand, somebody is helping you, just know that it is God using the person to help you. Most times it's not our right, especially when we are not directly related to this person. Maybe our siblings or our spouses or our children. You're another person's child, another person's spouse, you're another person's direct sibling. Forget it. If they decide to help you, fine. If not, just leave it. All right, focus on what you can achieve on your own. Yes, I know nobody just arrived like that. Nobody is self-made. We still need people. We need each other to help each other. Yes, but if people refuse to help you, let it go. Just let it go, and then do what you can and leave the rest for God. One more thing I would like to say again is this: we should stop confessing sickness. Like people personalize sickness. That thing has been giving me sleepless nights for a couple of days now. I've been thinking about it. I like thinking aloud, so I've actually been thinking about it, and I thought to still bring it here for us to talk about. People always personalize sickness. I don't know why. I'm still wondering why a human being will just wake up and decide that headache is mine, that stomach pain, that chest pain, that malaria, that fever is mine, it's me. Like you hear people say things like, by August now, this my sickness will come back again. By January, this my headache. My headache usually comes by January. This my malaria, this my fever, this my cough, this my... Hello? Who told you it's yours now? Like, why are you disappointing God? Why are you making God feel somehow? It's not yours. The Bible says, I wish above all things that ye prosperous and be in good health, even as they are so prospering. In good health, God has wished us, has given us good health, sound mind. Why then do you now claim that sickness to be yours? By the stripes of Jesus, we are healed. We are made whole. So why are you now feeling like that sickness is yours? The more you complain, the more you accept the fact that the sickness is yours, the more you give that sickness opportunity to reside and dwell in your body. Like they take residence in your body, they reside there because you have said it that it is your sickness. So since it's your property, it resides inside your property. Our body is the temple of God. It has no room for sickness. Personally, I've not fallen sick in a long while, like in a couple of years now. I don't even know what malaria drugs look like, except I don't know what it tastes like, except when I see people taking it. I've never been admitted in the hospital all my life. Glory be to God. I do not take it for granted. Before now, I usually have this stomach pain, intensive stomach pain, like it comes with excruciating pains every month. For ladies, you know what I mean, right? And then I now accepted it that it is mine. Every month, you hear me say things like, very soon now, this is my stomach pain will come. This is my stomach pain will soon start. This is my stomach pain. This is my stomach pain, like it is mine. So it keeps coming. I think it's a mind thing. It's when you absorb it into your subconscious mind, it works for you, like what you believe works for you. So I believe, this sickness, this stomach pain keeps coming, it's my stomach pain. It kept coming, it kept coming. And when it comes with some kind of pain that the level of that pain, if I can't even explain. People around me would even know that something is doing this one. Like, I've taken all the different kinds of medicine tablets to subdue it, from Felvin to the likes and all that. Now, at some point, I just told myself, this, it shouldn't be here. I'm not underestimating the place of medical science. I'm not saying it is impossible. Like, I'm not, if you believe it's possible, it's possible. If you believe it's impossible, it's impossible. So I believe that these things should not be a thing that should be coming. Like, it's not my property. It's not something that should be dwell in my body. I prayed over it, and then I removed my mind from it. Sometimes the thing will just come and go, and I will be like, is it me that just finished this stuff like this, and stomach pain did not come with it? It stopped coming. Like, the stomach pain doesn't come anymore. And even though it won't come, maybe I've taken so many sugary things and all that, it's not like before, when I accepted that it's my sickness, like my personal sickness. It kept coming at that time. But right now, I don't feel it anymore. And even if I want to feel it, just mild. But glory be to God, I'm not taking it for granted. So what I'm saying is this: let's learn to speak positivity into our lives. Let's learn to speak good things into our life, rather than claiming sickness to be our personal property. It is not your property, right? And again, if you are a member of any church, you attend any church, and you are participating in prayer and fasting, because right now churches are participating in different prayer and fasting. So do not underestimate the power of prayer and fasting. Even Jesus Christ said it, there are some things that doesn't come except through prayer and fasting. When the disciples were asking him, how did you perform this miracle? He said to them, this type or these things doesn't come except by prayer and fasting. So do not underestimate it. Do not trivialize it. Participate in it. Believe in the corporate prayers. How good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity. Do not underestimate the place of brethren dwelling together in unity. Pray together with your brethren. Move, and then watch the hand of God upon your life. So participate. Do not take it for granted, and watch how things go this year. Pray as if, of course, your life depends on prayer. Yes, that's true. So pray as if prayer is the only thing you are doing to survive. And work as if you don't work, you are going to faint in the next few hours. Right? So do everything within your power, not minding who is helping and who is not helping you. Do everything within your reach to achieve that your goal for this year, so that you will not have a carryover goal, or you will not say, oh, yes, I know you might not achieve everything, but try as much as possible to. It is not a bad thing if you achieve everything. Of course, we all want to achieve all our goals this year. So with God helping us, I'm sure our goals for the year will be achieved. Amen. So guys, I do not intend to make this particular video very long, but I'm sure it's getting too long now. Okay, so we still try to upload the content I created even before Christmas. It has not gone up. So I will still try to make it go up so that we can see that. All right, so if there is anything you want me to talk about, anything you want me to film about, please drop it down below in the comment section, and I will do a video on that. All right, so until we see you again on this channel, thank you for staying this long. Thank you for watching till the end. Thank you for always sticking around. Please do not fail to subscribe before leaving this page. If you are here, if you are seeing this face for the very first time, please drop your comment down below. If you think I've said anything that is out of place, or I've said anything that does not even add up, please, your suggestion, your contribution is needed. Drop it down below in the comment section. Subscribe, like, share, invite a friend, and let us grow together on this channel. All right, until we meet again, I'll see you in my next video. Stay blessed and stay fabulous. Bye-bye. I love you all, and Happy New Year once again. Let's prosper. God will help us to prosper this year. All right, bye. I love you.